Morning, one and all. Today we are going to.
Morning.
Good morning, ma. Today we are going to learn about web and internet technology. Our subject name is web and internet technologies. In short, we can call it as a web technologies. Okay. So already I give the basics in the regular offline classes about web and internet technologies. Okay, what is in web technologies, what is the importance web technologies, and also we learn so many words what we are using in this particular web and internet technology, like what is web, what is www, what is w3c. Okay, now what is web browser. Okay, now like we have to give the different types of words what we are using in this web and internet technology. Okay, here now we are going to learn about working of internet. That is actually the uh, topic of according to your syllabus. In the class I discussed about the different types of HTML tags and all. This is also the important topic in this unit. Okay, now but we will discuss them in the according to the syllabus scenario. Okay, now according to the syllabus, that the first topic name is introduction to web technologies. Introduction to web technologies. Okay, so in this the first concept is the working of internet. Already we know what is internet. Okay, now we already taken the definition in the offline classes. Internet. Okay, now we need to connect more number of computers together. Okay, now to make the communication, that is called internet. Okay, now so network is nothing but we need to connect the more number of computers together to communicate. The communicate means to give the request, and according to request we need to give the response. Okay, now that is called communication actually according to this internet technology. So how we can working of internet. Okay, now according to we know that so we can see the physical network connections. When you see the physical network connections, the hardware communication devices and software communication uh, protocols are required for communication across the internet. So we need to communicate across the internet. We require physical network connections. Okay, na wired connections. Okay, na like uh, without wired connections. Already we know that in the computer networks subject we are having two types of networkings, what wired networks and without wired networks. Okay, now according to the physical network connections, as well as we required software communication protocols. Okay, we are having different types of protocols, FTP protocols. So we need to communicate with the two computers, we need to interact between two computers. We required FTP protocol. FTP protocol means file transfer protocol, already we discussed. Okay, file transfer protocols, and also HTTP protocols. Okay, we are having different types of protocols, SMPT protocols, MIM protocols, we are etc. We are having different types of protocols. Okay, now we required physical network connections, the hardware communication devices, and the software communication protocols are required to communicate across the internet. Okay, hardware requirements kavali, according to the software protocols are also required to communicate across the network. The application software provides useful functionalities. Okay, now the application software provides the useful functionalities. You suppose you can consider in a network applications, two application programs participants in any communication. Okay, now we require two application programs. Okay, now any network. Okay, now to communicate. Programs is nothing but two clients, for example. Okay, now you need to communicate across the internet. We require two clients together, or two applications programs. Okay, so one application initiates communication. For one client we want to communicate across the internet. So the first one person is initiate to communicate. So the in the physical also we are having the conversation between two persons. Okay, now initially it starts from at least one person. It begins with the one person. So okay, na, he start to communicate with the second person. Okay, now so, as usual, here we need to communicate. Definitely we need to start the initiation to communication. Okay, and other accepts it. So the second person, the second client will be accept it. Okay, so this is also known as client server interaction. So already we know that the networking lo, the internet technology lo, the best example for the communication across the internet is nothing but client server interaction. So in this client server interaction, the client will be initiate, okay, na? According to that client request, the server will be accept the request from the client and give the response to the particular client. Okay, now make this scenario that is called as client server interaction or client server communication. Like this here, like this, the working of internet will be start with between two persons. One person initiates, that is the client. According to that client request, the second person will be accept it. That procedure is called as client server interaction. This is a methodology used for internet communication. This client server methodology, the client server interaction is a methodology. Okay, methodology means this is a method to communicate. This is a procedure to communicate used for internet communications. Okay, I hope you understood what is client server interaction. So next, so what is client server? What is client server? So the client and server are two applications involved in communication. These components work together over a network. Already we know that what is network. More than one computer or more than one computers or different computers are interconnected together to communicate. That is called as networking. Okay, now the client and server are two applications involved in communication. As I said in the previous, these components work together over a network. It involves the client requesting serves from the server. Okay, the server provides a requested service. Okay, now that is the server provides the requested service. So that is called client server already. Okay, now according to the client request, the request is accepted by the server. Okay, now according to that, the server provide the request or response to the particular service, whatever the service is proposed by the client. That is the meaning of what is client server. So already we know that we are having different type of features for clients to communicate, and also we have the different types of features for server. So we have to see what are the features for client. It is a front end of an application. Is a front end means that is a one side application. So the initiation kabatti client, that is the front end application. So it manages user interface portion. Okay, na? So that is the client manages the user interface portion. He interface with the server. That is it validates data entity by the user. So whatever the data is entered by the user, it may be validated. Okay, now it's already we know that what is validation. The given data is correct or not. The given person is authorized or unauthorized. So that is called as validated. So next, it dispatches request to server program. So it dispatches a request to server program. So that is called as so what is clients and what are those are the features of the client. Next, the typical features of the server also having the its own features. Okay, now performs a back end task. So client is the front end application, the server is the performs a back end task, and also it have the it receives the request from the client. As usual, the server accepts the request, whatever the request is given by the server, sorry, client. So that is a main feature. That is it performs the backend task. It accepts the request given by the server. So those are the main features, and also we have some other features. It executes database it executes database retrievals and updates. So okay, the server executes the database retrievals and updates. Okay, and also manages data integrity. Integrity means the combined data. Okay, some the aggregated data. Okay, that is called integrity. And also it dispatches responses to clients according to the client request. It dispatches the request or response according to the request by the client. So it dispatches the response according to the client request their personally. Okay, that is the meaning of dispatches responses to clients. ఎవరికి కావాల్సిన ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ వాళ్ళకి అకార్డింగ్ టు వాళ్ళ రిక్వెస్ట్ ప్రకారం it will be sent. That is the meaning of it. So that is called, these are the different types of major features of client and server. Okay, I hope understood what is client server and what are the features of client and what are the features of server. Okay, next, web browser. Already I discussed in the offline classes what is web browser. So I need to give an example. The web browser is acts as a mediator in between the client and server. So we have different types of browsers. We are using different types of browsers. So for example, we are using Windows Microsoft Windows and okay na Internet Explorer, okay na Mozilla, Firefox, okay na Opera, Chrome, Netscape, etc. These are the different types of web browsers we have. Okay, so that is the web browser. So what is web browser? A web browser is a software program. Okay na, it is a software program. Okay na, that is the main we have to recognize. It is a software program that is used to access the World Wide Web. This web browser is used to access the World Wide Web. So what is World Wide Web? It is a collection of electronic devices. The World Wide Web is a collection of electronic devices. These all electronic devices are accessed by this particular web browser. We need to use this World Wide Web. We required some web browsers. Okay, now that is the must and should. Okay, already we discussed what is www, who introduced www. Okay, now when it will introduced. Okay, now already Tim Berners-Lee is a founder of the World Wide Web. Okay, already we discussed. So the a web browser is a software program. It is used to access the World Wide Web, www. Okay, now it allows users to view web pages and navigate between them. So what is the use of this web browser? It allows the users to navigate. Navigate means browsing. Web browser is nothing but simply we can say that it is called browsing. Okay na, the users can browse. Who will browse? We can browse. Okay na, every day we are using web browsers. Without using www, World Wide Web, the day is not finished. Okay na, so that is the must and should today. Okay na, we are all depending on the World Wide Web. Okay na, that is we can access them. We can use the particular web browsers to access the www. Okay na, so that is the main use of web browsers. It allows users to view web pages. The the web pages contain the data so related to according to queries. Okay na, so and also it navigates between the pages. Okay, now we can navigate according to the particular pages, which page we required, we can navigate through these particular web browsers. So that is, for example, we have different types of web browsers. What are those? Mozilla, Microsoft, Internet Explorer, Opera, Chrome, and Netscape, etc. So these are the different types of examples for web browsers. So we need to access the World Wide Web information. We can definitely we require a particular web browser. That's why we can call the web browsers are the software program. It is a software program. We have to remember that. And the web browsers are also known as universal clients because they act as a common client for all web-based application. Okay, now this is also known as the universal clients. The web browsers are also called as universal clients. Why? Because these web browsers is acts as a web-based applications. Acts as a common client for web-based application. They are the web clients that request the services from web servers, which is located somewhere on the internet or intranet. Already we know what is the difference between internet and intranet. Internet means inside the campus, like the local area network, for example. But internet means outside also. Along with inside, we can provide the outside also. So by um, man and a van like examples. That is the difference between internet or intranet. Inter inside the network, inside campus, or intra means inter or along with the outside. So we can use anywhere. That is a, that's why we can call it as a, it is a universal client client. You can is a common client, web based for web based applications. Next, server program and server system. So what is server program and what is server system? Generally, the team server refers a program that waits for a request and provides the service. So what is the general meaning of this server? So we can request మా పీపీటీస్ ఎవరు మ్యానిపులేట్ చేస్తున్నారు మా డోంట్ మ్యానిపులేట్ ద పీపీటీస్ okay we can access the different types of request from the clients. So that is called as what is a web server. Okay, this actually the web servers is a program, but it can be navigate the information from this particular computer clients to run properly. That is called working of web servers. So how we can working with the web servers? So the it is a the web servers are the programs. We can also working with this particular web servers. Okay, and also here we are having the typical client server uh, location between the particular features. We have to perform the web servers, so we need to make the particular client server request and response. So here we can see the client server request and response. So what is the client server request and response here? So here is the client. So the client give the request. The client give the request. So according to the request, the server accept the request and process the request. So according to the request, it search the file. Okay, na, it search the file for the related information. File is nothing but it search for the related information. Okay, so according to that related information, it can access from the particular file. Then it will take the particular request, gather the information according to the request. Then it sends this request to the particular client. Okay, na, the request is given by the client. According the request is accepted by the server. So according to the request, it can process. So that then while processing, it can pick the correct information from those files. Then it will select that and it will be given the response to the particular client. So that is the actual procedure for the typical client server request and response. This is the architecture for client server request and response. Next one, World Wide Web. So what is World Wide Web? Already we know that the World Wide Web, there is a information sharing model. Already we know that it is a collection of all electronic devices. That means of World Wide Web. It is an information collecting model that allows the accessing information over the medium of the internet, and also it can be accept the information and can initiate the request and response in between the clients together. These these are also provides the elements of the documents also known as web page. These are the World Wide Web is also maintain information. Actually, this is a maintaining information. So it can be distributed the information according to the documents, according to the particular pages. So, now that's why we can call it as the documents are also known as web pages. The documents also known as web pages. The web page, already we know that what is web page. The web page contains the information related to the our request and response. It's this documentation having the HTML tags and CSS. That is a combination of HTML tags and CSS. That is nothing but a web page. Okay, now the web page is created by these. Okay, so and also a collection of web pages is also known as website. The collection of web pages is also known as website. Okay, now what is website? The collection of web pages is called as website. What is web page? The document of the internet, electronic document is also known as web page. Any electronic document is known as web page. The collection of web pages is called as website. That is overall we can call as www. That is the meaning of it is a collection of electronic devices. Okay, now so and also we can a website is a random, we can browse different types of components, different types of information related to the world. Okay, and also the information can we can access from the always from the www. Okay, now when we require the information related to the particular thing, we can browse from there. Okay, now that is called as a World Wide Web. Okay, now we have the two types of websites, static website and dynamic website. Already I discussed in this offline classes. So what is static website and what is dynamic website? Okay, we can the static website is acts as a client side. The dynamic website is acts from both the client and server. And also the in this web main in this www we can mainly focusing on three things. We can creating, we can publishing, and we can sharing the web document on the internet. That is the main thing. So what is the main motto of this World Wide Web is nothing but we can creating the things, we can publishing them, and also we can uh, sharing the particular document through web by using the internet, any web browser. So what here we can creating with the help of HTML. We can create how to create the web pages with the help of HTML. Basic tags compulsory. We need to create any web page, any simple web page. Definitely we need to use the HTML. That is called hypertext markup language. Already we discussed. So what is hypertext markup language? Okay, it's having the basic tags. Okay, now this is for used for creating the documents on the internet. We can creating and editing the document content. So we need to create and we need to edit. Editing means nothing but updating, and sometimes we can adding, and sometimes we can deleting everything here we can. So that with the help of this HTML tags or hypertext markup language. Okay, now with the help of this hypertext markup language we can creating and editing the document content. Okay, now and also we can use the URL. URL is nothing but uniform resource locator. URL is nothing but uniform resource locator. Okay, now this is used to transfer the this is used to loading the uh, request on the internet. So that is called as URL. So we can send anything with the help of URL. What is the abbreviation of URL? Uniform Resource Locator. Next, HTTP. This is the main thing. This is a protocol. So already we know that when we browsing something, when we give the request, when we typing and when we send this request to the particular browser, it will be the our request is transferred while our request is transferring to the server. It will be with the help of HTTP protocol. It will be transferring to the server. So that is called HTTP. What is the abbreviation of HTTP? Hypertext Markup Language. Hypertext Markup Language. This is used for transfer the data. So what is the data we can write? What is the query? What is the request is given by the client? That is the data is transferred. That request is transferred to the particular server. So with the help of this HTTP protocol, Hypertext Transfer Protocol. So that is the main thing. So this architecture is mainly depend on three key standards: one for creating, another for publishing, and third for sending is transferring the web document the web on web. Okay na. So one is the HTML. What is the abbreviation of HTML? Hypertext Markup Language. What is the use of it? It is used for creating and editing the internet. So next one, URL. What is the abbreviation of URL? Uniform Resource Locator. Uniform Resource Locator. It is used to loading the resource on the network, request on the network. And the third one, HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol. It is used to transfer the data. So that is next. HTML means Hypertext Transfer, Hypertext Markup Language. So it is used to, it is a authoring language used to creating document on the www. HTML makes documents needed according to that particular computed paradigm. Okay, next, URL, Uniform Resource Locator. So URL is a address. Okay, now it will unique address that identifies the web page or resources on the internet. So that is the main use of this URL, and then it can send to this address to the particular uh, browser. So this is the main URL links, how we can give the URL. So this is the, when we give the request, it will go and transfer this, like this is a protocol, HTTP protocol. Then it will give the service domain name. This is the, what is the request we are given, that is called service domain name. This is called path. Path means org, like the co.in, like whatever the path we can give. HTTP protocol means, for example, here we can give HTTP protocol. So like then we can give the domain service domain name. So what is the service domain name we can give? Then we can give the path org, like, or like we can give the HTTP protocol, and here we can give the address of this particular service domain name. Then we can give the path. So these are the different ways we can give the information according to the particular URL. Next, Hypertext Transfer Protocol. This is a web transfer and web service communication link with each other. Then this HTTP is a simple protocol with standards. With the standards, the way requests sent and processed. Okay, this is the way to send and process the particular request. And also it allows the different and distinct clients to communicate with the vendors. Okay, now this HTTP protocol allows the different types of clients to communicate with different types of vendors. And also it is the HTTP protocol is mainly based on the TCP IP standard. Okay, now TCP means what? TCP IP, Transmission Control Protocol. IP means Internet Protocol. This is mainly based on working on the particular TCP IP standard. Okay, now so this is the main. It is used to transfer the necessary data and also identified by the URL, and then it will use it to communicate according to the request of the clients. That is these are the three things: HTML and URL and HTTP. These are the three main standards you need to communicate you need to access the World Wide Web. I hope you understood what is the importance of HTTP and what is the importance of URL, and how to give the URL path, and what is the important HTTP protocol, Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Next, here we are having different types of HTTP features. So this is, it is simple. The HTTP protocol is simple. It's required the and response model based on protocol. It is a simple request and response model protocol. It is an application layer protocol built on TCP IP. It is an application layer protocol. It's mainly built on TCP IP, and also it is a plain based protocol, and it is a plain based protocol, and also it is a standard protocol. It is a standard protocol. These are the different types of features we are having for HTTP protocol. It is a simple request and response model based protocol. It is application layer protocol, and it is a simple plain based protocol. It is a standard protocol. Okay, and also HTTP request and response. So what is the HTTP request and response? Here we can see this diagram, it will easily understood to you. So what is the HTTP request and response? So here we can give this client. For example, this is a client system and this is a server system. So when the client means what? End user who is using the particular system. This is the client. The client give the particular request to the particular browser through on internet. This is called internet. We can interact. That is the main use of web and internet. What is the link for web and internet? Through internet. So we can communicate. Okay, that is the main reason. So then this request is sent to the HTTP client browser. Then it will gives to the particular server. The server accepts the request and process the request, and can it according to request it can gather the information from the files. Then it will send to the particular HTTP response. So then it will give to the particular URL, then it will send to the particular client. So this is the main information for request and response. Okay, now this is the main architecture for the request and response. So this is the what HTTP request and response. It is a single request and response protocol. It is a simple request and response protocol. So a HTTP client such as a web browser includes a request by subscribing and a TCP IP communication to a particular part to the host. Is HTTP a server links on the port with the client to send the net network upon the request. The server send back to the response. That is the main request and response. This is a architecture for what is the request and response of HTTP protocol. Here we can have the client server system and server system. So you can the client give the request to his browser through the internet. It will be passed to the particular this can be going to transfer to the HTTP protocol. This HTTP protocol transfer this request to the server. So then it will process the server process the request, and according to the request it can gather the information from the files. Then it will send to the again to this particular protocol through the internet TCP IP. Here we can use this. Then we can send this response to the particular client. That is the main reason what this HTTP request and response. That is the main protocol we can use to communicate. The initiation starts in the internet to communicate between two ends. That is the HTTP client initiates the connection to the web browser. So that is the HTTP client initiates the connection to the web browser. Once the connection is established, it sends the request message to the server. Through this HTTP protocol, the connection is established. Once the connection is established, the request, the message is sent to the server. Then the message, according to the message, the server returns the program. And that is the what the architecture shows as. You can put them into a points. Okay. Then HTTP request. The HTTP request has the loading necessary format for transferring the information. So then the request link, it can according to the request, it can arrange the message, it can arrange the data from the particular files. So that is the main use of HTTP request and response. Through this here we can use the in this method we can mainly require the HTTP having the different types of main platforms. That is called, one is identified by the URL. Some methods are required. So here what is the get method, post method and head method. So get method, post method and head method, these three methods are required to identified by the URL, whatever the thing is given by the HTTP. So here the HTTP request, the HTTP request has the following messages. Friend transferring entities, a request line, 0 or more header lines, a blank line which is separated the headers from the message body. The request line of the HTTP request includes the method we apply to the resource, the identifier of the resource, the protocol version in use. That is the main thing. The method filled in the request line of HTTP indicates the method to be performed on the object identified by the URL. URL means Unified Resource Locator. Some methods are get, post and head. These are the three methods we can use. What are those? Get, post, head. So what is get? The get method is the most frequently used method. So it is used by default to get the standard content. So we can get the standard content default. We can use this frequent method, that is called get method. The method can also be used to submit data from a HTML web page to the server. So this method is always be used to submit the data from the HTML web page to the server. So in get method, the data submitted will be sent as a part of the URL. Hence the get method can perform different types of things. The parameters are encoded and passed along with the URL. And also usually parameters are passed as a name value pair. Pair means double, name value pair. So మనకి IP అడ్రస్ ఎలా ఉంటుంది అలా నేమ్ వాల్యూ పేర్. There is a physical restriction on the size it being sent. So whenever send this data, it can be restricted according to the size. Next, post method. A post method is used to send data as a part of the HTTP message body. Is a sender data as a part of the HTTP message body. In certain cases, the client may need to send megabytes of information. For in the situation, the client need to send megabytes of information, more information. For example, okay, in this case we can use this post methods. In these situations, post method is a right choice. Get method, it is also used to get the standard content, but this post method is used to get the send the more megabytes of information. Okay, in this situation we can use the post method is the right choice. Okay, next, head. The head method is similar to get method, but except it asks the server to return only the response headers and not the content. It acts as like a get method, but what is the difference between get and head method? The get method can get the standard content, but it will only request and accepts the uh, particular response headers, not the content. The method is useful for client to check the characteristics of the resource without actually downloading it, thus saving the bandwidth. So that is a three. These are the three things we can use to get the URL, that is called get, post, and head. Okay, na? These are the things we can. So in this class we are discussing the main content, introduction to web technologies. In this introduction to web technologies we can discuss today working of internet. సో ఇలా మనం వర్కింగ్ ఆఫ్ ఇంటర్నెట్ యూజ్ ఏంటి, అసలు మనకి ఇంటర్నెట్ యూజ్ ఏంటి వెబ్ టెక్నాలజీస్లో. సో we can mainly depends upon the client server interaction. So we can discuss about what is the client server, what are the features of client, what are the features of server, and what is the web browser, what are the different types of web browser, what is the use of web browser. We can discuss it today. And also we can discuss what is server program and what is server system, and what is the working of server, and also what is the typical content of interaction happens as follows between client and server. This is a request is given to the server, it can process then, and also after processing it can pick the information from the files according to the request, then from the file system, then it will send to the particular client through the response. Okay, next, and also we can discuss about importance of World Wide Web, and also we can discuss about the three standard key standards when we creating, publishing, and finding the web documents about HTML, URL, and HTTP. And also we can discuss about the individual of them, and also features of HTTP protocol, and what is the HTTP request and response. So this is the overall HTTP request through the internet. This is the finally. These are all are the subcontents of the particular main topic. And also what is the HTTP request and what is the HTTP response, how we'll get the response, what it will include, what are the main methods we are using here, get, post, and head methods. We can discuss them. I hope all you understood this is today's class regarding to this particular main topic, working on internet. Okay, I hope all you understood. Any doubts, ma? Spandana, unmute yourself. Spandana. Spandana.
Madam.
Are you understood today's class?
Yes, madam.
పీపీటీస్ కొంచెం మధ్యలో కనిపించలేదు కదమ్మా.
లేదు మేడం, ఫస్ట్ పేజ్ ఒకటే కనిపిస్తుంది,
మిగతా ఏం కనిపించలేదా?
ఏమో మేడం, నా దాంట్లో అయితే కనిపించలేదు.
జాహ్నవి, మీకు పీపీటీస్ కనిపిస్తున్నాయమ్మా? ఆర్ యూ విజిబుల్ ద పీపీటీస్?
మేడం
వాట్ మా?
కనిపిస్తున్నాయి మేడం,
క్లియర్ గా.
ఎస్ మేడం.
ఓకే, ఆర్ యూ అండర్స్టూడ్ టుడేస్ క్లాస్?
ఎస్ మేడం.
ఓకే, లక్ష్మీ నవ్య, unmute yourself. Lakshmi Navya. Lakshmi Navya. Are you understood today's? Are you understood today's class?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
What is the topic of today's class? What is the topic of today's class? Working on internet. You are not maintain just running notes కూడా మెయింటైన్ చేయట్లా ఎవరు అర్థమవుతుంది. Are you visible the PPTs? Lakshmi Navya? Lakshmi Navya?
ఎస్ మ్యామ్.
మీకు పీపీటీస్ కనిపిస్తున్నాయా?
ఎస్ మ్యామ్.
ఓకే. వినట్లేదా క్లాస్?
వింటున్నాం మ్యామ్.
మరి టాపిక్ నేమే చెప్పలేదు మీరు. హౌ ఐ అండర్స్టాండ్? ఆర్ యూ లిజనింగ్ ఆర్ నాట్?
స్టార్టింగ్ లో నెట్వర్క్ ప్రాబ్లం మేడం.
ఓకే. మరి ఏం నేర్చుకున్నాం ఈరోజు మనము? వీఆర్ డిస్కసింగ్ అబౌట్ వర్కింగ్ ఆన్ ఇంటర్నెట్. ఎలా వర్క్ చేస్తుంది ఇంటర్నెట్ మీద. ఒక మెయిన్ మెథడ్ వచ్చేసి క్లయింట్ అండ్ సర్వర్. సో వాట్ ఈజ్ క్లయింట్ అండ్ వాట్ ఈజ్ సర్వర్, వాట్ ఈజ్ యూఆర్ఎల్, వాట్ ఈజ్ హెచ్టిటిపి, ఇలా ఈ ప్రోటోకాల్స్ ఏం యూజ్ చేస్తాము. వీ కెన్ ఆల్ యూజింగ్ దెమ్. We can discuss features of client, features of server, different topics we discussed today. Okay, I hope all you understood. So we can read once again. You will be visible the PPTs in this particular files. So you can go through it and working of them. All of you wait, ma. I will take the attendance. Only 12 members attend today, huh? Okay, leave all of you. We will meet tomorrow's class. సో ఫస్ట్ యూనిట్ అకార్డింగ్ టు ద సిలబస్ వైజ్ చెప్తున్నానమ్మా. మీ క్లాస్లో చెప్పిన ట్యాగ్స్ అవన్నీ మీ నోట్స్లో చెప్పేటప్పుడు రాసేసుకోండి. ఇవి మొత్తం వచ్చేసి మీకు మెటీరియల్ ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తాను. దీనికి మీరు నోట్స్ రాసుకోకపోయినా పర్లేదు, మీరు చదవండి మెయిన్ టాపిక్స్. ఓకేనా? అకార్డింగ్ టు సిలబస్ ఐ స్టార్ట్ హియర్. ఓకేనా? బేసిక్స్ ట్యాగ్స్ అవన్నీ ఉన్నాయి కదా, అవి మీకు ఆల్రెడీ నోట్స్ ఇచ్చాను ఆఫ్లైన్ క్లాసెస్లో. అవి వాటి నుంచి అలాగే కంటిన్యూ చేద్దాము. అవి రాసుకోండి. క్లాస్ జరిగేటప్పుడు ట్యాగ్స్ అవన్నీ రాసుకుంటూ వెళ్ళిపోండి. ఈ థియరీ పార్ట్ వరకు మాత్రము జస్ట్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు లిజన్ ద క్లాస్ అండ్ అండర్స్టూడ్. వెన్ ఐ సెండ్ దిస్ మెటీరియల్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు రీడ్ ఫ్రమ్ ద మెటీరియల్. ఓకేనా? You have, okay, I hope you understood what I'm saying. You have to maintain the running notes every day. ఓకేనా? ఐ విల్ చెక్ డెఫినెట్లీ. ఈ క్లాసెస్ జరిగేటప్పుడు ఎప్పుడో అడుగుతాను మధ్యలో, మీరు రన్నింగ్ నోట్స్ మెయింటైన్ చేస్తున్నారా చూపించండి. ఎవరో ఒకరిని అడుగుతూ ఉంటాను. మీరు జస్ట్ ఓకేనా, ఏదో అటెండెన్స్ కోసం అటెండ్ అయ్యేటట్టు అయితే కాదు. యూ హ్యావ్ టు అటెండ్ ద క్లాసెస్ ప్రాపర్లీ.